It's Madden NFL 23, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bills and the Rams, under the lights on Thursday night.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, great to be here now in our 7th year together in the booth. Hard to believe. And we have an excellent kickoff to the 2022 NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the defending champion Los Angeles Rams.
And let me echo your words. It is an excellent kickoff to the 2022 season because it's a special night. It's opening night. We play it on a Thursday, but how about this? The first time either one of these teams has played in this NFL opener since it was moved to Thursdays in 2002. And we know why the Rams are here. They won the Super Bowl last year. Buffalo, they're here because they're exciting. They are the favorite in the AFC. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
Matthew Stafford's first season in Los Angeles could not have gone better as he proved to be the missing piece that brought the Rams a Lombardi trophy. It was a very well-deserved moment for the 13th-year pro who was 12th all-time in yards and touchdowns, but had never experienced a postseason victory before that season. Now, you just call him a Super Bowl champion, and boy did he embrace the Rams offense from the start, with almost 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns in 2021.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing at Stafford. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. What a matchup here for our first game of 2022. The 103rd season in NFL history, and this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now, both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now the Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack. And at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Buffalo gave Allen the most guaranteed money in league history before the start of last season, and boy, did he justify it by playing at an elite level once again, taking the Bills to 11 wins and another division title. Along the way, he threw for over 4,400 yards again and ran for 760 with 42 total touchdowns for a top-5 offense. They were knocked out in overtime throw against Kansas City in the playoffs, and they will be one of the favorites to win the AFC this season.
Finding Knox there, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Throwing is Allen on third. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On play action, Allen out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. 1st down Rams. And that pass, a big one for Matt Stafford, folks. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards. Just the 12th ever NFL quarterback to do that. The former #1 pick in 2009 out of Georgia. Been so durable, so dependable in his career. And what a mark for Matt Stafford. Taken down at the 42. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Going right back to Akers. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 6.
3rd and 2, Stafford.
3rd and 2.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, He likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On 1st and 10, Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now, because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Naeem Hines, his first carry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
We'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll get this to the 32. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Allen. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford on 1st down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Troy Hill picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Stafford. And that is incomplete. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the wrong field.
If you go for it and you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Stafford now to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A give up the middle to Akers.
Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
From the 27, Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. Back at it again in 2022, picking up a first down with a big play.
On first down, Stafford here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Again, it's Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal.
From the left hash, this from 39. Gay's kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, turnabout was fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now out come the Bills. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run on first down with Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing is Allen on third. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Allen. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
On first down, it's Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throw left side, complete. That's Robinson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Now Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And finally, what a kickoff to Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson's first game as a Bronco, and it's in Seattle to wrap up Week 1. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Here's Hines.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Stafford.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Allen from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Robinson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Stafford looks to throw again. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run here with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And here come the Bills. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Allen going to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
The football going back to the Rams now. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
First, they're going to throw with Allen. Incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It has been quite a display here, the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A give running right is Akers, down to about the 45.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing on first down is Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now Allen. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Going right back to Akers.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, Carter, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That, before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for L.A., they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.